from a yogic point of view is your immune system is what we call your Satnam. It's your Satnam system of the body. It has the ability to identify what is yourself, meaning what cells belong to you, and what it identifies as not belonging to you, including cancer cells that are you, but they're replicating improperly. So your body has this capacity. It's a Satnam, or the truth system of your body. And on a physiological level, it works that way, meaning identifying what is you and what is not you. And from your earliest time, when we're still in the womb, still growing our body, our cells are making particular markers so that it has a memory of, I know this is Ananda Priti. I know that this is Devta. It's like it has a really clear sense of what is you. And it's clearly biochemically marked. And that biochemistry continues throughout your entire life. Your body has that capacity to remember, to recognize and remember you. In that regard, it also acts like a second brain, meaning it has a memory. And as Hari Kiran was mentioning earlier, there's a natural innate intelligence. And this intelligence also continues to learn. It learns from our experience. It learns from our what we're exposed to. It learns also from our response to our experience. There's one of the most early understandings from indigenous people and from tribal people long before science came around, was that there is no separation between the mind and the body. That the frequency of our thought, our emotional state impacts the function of our immune response. And in the early 80s, that became more scientific backed. There's research from a woman named Kiko Glasser, there was, and her husband, and there was research from John Boristenko and Candace Pert, that's what I'm looking for, and others, Frank Lawless and Jean Octoberg, Carl Simonton, one of whose books you've been assigned to read, that demonstrate our emotional state impacts the physiology of the body. And this research has been out there for about 30 years, and it's now, it's called it's a behavioral medicine now, which means, or now it's moving into the phrase lifestyle medicine, which means how you behave, how you think and feel affects your immune system or your immune response. And this includes something as very obvious as stress effects to something as more subtle as the bereavement period and how that affects your health. So ancient yogis knew this, and they have this understanding that yes, we have life. We have the challenges of life. We have the emotional responses of life. We have our karmas and samskaras and our history and what we've learned and how we've learned to respond to challenge. But it also remembers who we really are, what our true identity is. And part of the work that you have with your clients when they have immune system conditions, viral, bacterial, cancer, is that you have your compass point to help that person return to their Satnam, return to their true identity, to recognize, identify what their inherent strengths and qualities and gifts are, and to deliver them. One of the earliest meditations that Yogi Bhajan taught specifically around viral conditions was taught in 1985. It was before I started teaching yoga therapeutically, and I just picked it up and brought it into our training. It's the Kriya that you know as the inner sun. It's in your level 1 manual. It's the one that you do the breath through the left nostril, your right finger, like that. That Kriya, it has the impact in terms of creating a heating breath, which is what breath of fire is, into the cooling left nostril, which invokes an immediate response from your body. we're going to have you practice that meditation tomorrow. But as you start to do it, you're going to feel the effect of a heating breath in a cooling channel and how your body immediately creates a reaction in terms of creating that healing inner heat. Your body does this normally with a fever, where it increases your heat in order to fight infection. We can do this through this meditation. It creates that internal heating heat. But here's the point. The very end of the meditation, it has you doing this pulling at your thymus. And the key piece of that is that it brings out your hidden strengths, brings out your hidden talents, and brings an awakening of the person to their true identity, to Satnam. And even the mantra that's used with it has Satnam, Satnam in it. And we use this because it covers so many things. It's like it creates an internal reaction in the body that is good for viral conditions, bacterial conditions, parasites, and even cancer. It invokes your body's natural healing heat and your natural capacity to identify who you are and what your strengths are, and gives you the capacity to deliver them. They don't describe all of this in the meditation when it's in your manual, but I want you to understand how it works in connection to the principles that we're talking about. If your immune system needs prana, your immune system needs a balanced strength of nervous system and endocrine. Your immune system needs that rhythm that Breath of Fire gives you in terms of your vagal tone. So all of these factors move in, and then you work specifically on bringing out your hidden strengths and talents, augmenting your magnetic field at your heart center, at your thymus area. A simple meditation that you've learned since level 1 has these wide effects. And it's almost like a tonic for almost any immune thing, any condition that you're working with, as long as your student can match that starting point. You might have to build them up before they do that meditation.